Now, every other like is bonus. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Y'all, sit down. I love y'all. Y'all done came all out the aisles. Amen. 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 2007, I had the pleasure to accompany my brother, and we were invited to be on the Oprah show. And what a great honor. I called my grandmother for 3 days. Reverend, you remember my grandmother? Spicy. My grandmother's no joke. I called my grandmother for 3 days trying to get a hold of my grandmother to invite her to the Oprah show with me. She's nowhere around. She's not answering her cell phone. I'm worried about her. I'm calling my mother. Mom, I think something's wrong with Grandma. She may have fallen. Find her. No one can find her. Finally, 3 days later, she calls me. I said, Grandma, where you been? I've been trying to call you. She said, oh, baby, I've been in Vegas. She said, and I don't like to have my cell phone on when I'm playing the slot machines. So I take my grandmother to the Oprah show with me because when my grandmother was 10, she picked cotton. So she should sit next to Oprah. That's what she should do in her lifetime. So I take her to Oprah, and on the way there, we're in the limo, and she's on her cell phone. And she talks loud on her cell phone because she still don't know why it's not a cord. You know, some of y'all under 30s, y'all don't know there used to be a cord on the phones. And she'd be on the phone, and she talk real loud. Yes, Maybelle. Hey, yeah, I'm on my way to Oprah. With my grandbaby. The middle one. The middle one? I don't even get a name? Like, I'm taking you to Oprah, and I'm still the middle grandchild. That's all I am. Yeah, We're staying at the Omni Hotel, where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay. Because my grandmother had to say the Omni Hotel where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay every time she said it because that was the name. So, because for 25 years, if you watch Oprah, it would say, and the guest stayed at the Omni Hotel where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay. So my grandmother believed that was the name. The whole name. So we get to the hotel, and she's in the lobby, loud, on the phone. Hey, Esther, I'm here now. I'm in Chicago. Yep, I'm about to see Oprah. I don't know when. Yeah, I'm with the middle one. We're in the lobby of the Omni Hotel, where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay. We on our way. I tell you, I'm not taking a selfie of Oprah. I'm not going to do that. Okay, bye-bye. She kept calling everybody. She's on the phone. We get up to the suite. Hey, and all the names were old Southern names. Hey, Lula Bell. Yeah, I'm in this. It's a big room. It's a big room. Yes. I'm at the Omni Hotel, where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay. So the next morning, Reverend Michael and I and Jack Canfield and Rhonda Byrne, who produced The Secret, we get called out to have a meeting. I leave for the meeting. I come back to the room, and my grandmother says, baby, some lady came while you were gone. She asked me that I want this thing called a turn down. And a turn down is when the housekeeper comes in the evening to set your room up for the night. They draw the curtains. They pull your blankets back. She says, so I asked the lady, does that cost? She said, no, ma'am, it's free. She said, well, then come on in and turn down. She said, baby, you don't have to order dessert because she left a piece of chocolate on the pillow. So the next morning, I get up and the phone rings. Hello, Miss Nichols. Harpo Inks. Your limo is outside to take you to the Oprah show. Yes. I've waited a lifetime. This was the world, around the world, this is the largest acknowledgement in public relations or media you could get was to be asked to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Here I was on my way from doing my life's work. No mess, no drama, but doing my life's work. I was so excited. So I put on my shoes, I put on my jacket, I grabbed my purse. And my grandmother's standing there like this. And you know, y'all know, like we the same. We different but the same, right? You know that's not a good look when your grandmama like this. She said, go make your bed. I go, put my purse down, take my coat off. I go and I make my bed. She gets another phone call. Yep. She talked loud in the phone. I said, Grandma, you don't have to talk so loud. I'm too old to whisper. We here. She making her bed. At the Omni Hotel, where the guest Oprah Winfrey stay. So I come back out. I put strap my shoe back up because I took my straps off. I put my jacket on, grab my purse. I said, okay, Grandma, let's go. The Harpo Inc., as in Oprah spelled backwards. That limo's outside waiting on us. Let's go. She said, okay. But go wipe out the sink basin. I was like, what? I go in the bathroom. It's 2 sink basins. I'm like cleaning both. She's like, cleaning both. I'm cleaning both. And I don't even clean the sink basin at home when I leave. So I said, Grandma, no disrespect. Because, you know, if you're going to call grandmother, you got to preface it with no disrespect, right? Only if you want to keep your teeth in your mouth. Grandma, no disrespect, but why am I making the bed and wiping out the sink basin at the Omni Hotel? I'm a guest. She said, finish doing that. Come on in here. I walk in the living room. She said, leave the lady a tip. I said, leave her a tip? I just did all her work. She said, leave her a tip. I left her $3. She said, don't be cheap. You make a lot of money. I went deeper in my purse, and I left her a 10. And I said, Grandma, why am I making the bed and wiping out the sink basin and leaving the woman a tip? And what my grandmother told me, I think she wanted you to hear it as well. She said, because your great-great-great-grandparents, your great-great-grandmother was a day worker. And when people knew she was coming, they leave their homes extra nasty. She said, you're not going to do that. She said, see, your great-great-grandparents cleaned houses and hotels knowing that they would probably never be invited to be a guest at the hotel. But they were willing to clean the hotel and to clean the homes just in case it made it a little easier for you to get a seat. So I'm standing there, y'all. And I'm looking at my grandmother, and I know this is some serious stuff because I didn't expect this. Right? And she said, listen, baby. She said, I know you think you're standing on those fancy shoes of yours. And I know you think you're standing on this plush carpet at the Omni Hotel. Yes, she said it again. Where the guests of Oprah Winfrey stay. She said it every time, y'all. She said, but you're not standing on those shoes. And you're not standing on this carpet. You're standing on the shoulders of those who would never be invited into this convention center, those who could never cross that door, those who would never see their son produce such an event. You're standing on their shoulders, and that seat doesn't just belong to you. That seat belongs to your ancestors who fought, who died, who cleaned, who cried so that you can get that seat. She said, but the question is, what you gonna do once you get out of that seat? How you gonna make every effort they've ever given worth the journey? How you gonna do it? I stood there for a moment. She said, when you walk out of this room, she said, you're not just representing you. You're representing all of us. I'm just standing there frozen. I'm standing there frozen, and she said, now, put on your jacket. Pick up your purse. And now you go and see Oprah. And I walked out. It's so funny. Somebody playing with me, dancing with me. Hi, sound people. She's just loving on me with it. She said, when you leave this room, you're leaving because you chose to stand on the shoulders of your ancestors. I walked out the room and I knew then, when I met Oprah, Oprah was the cherry on top of my cake. But my grandmother's reminder, that was my cake. That was my cake. Somebody did something so you can be in this room. Somebody did something so you can have a seat right here. Somebody did something. They would never be able to sit here. They weren't invited. If they couldn't come, they can only clean the room. They couldn't participate in the room, but you can. So I just stopped by to say, are you willing? Are you willing to be radical? Are you willing to love the unlovable, forgive the perceivingly unforgivable? Are you willing to say the thing that you never thought you would say and do the thing that you never thought you would do so you can be the woman, the man that God has always designed you to be? It's not a new blueprint. This blueprint was already claimed before you were born. Abundance, success, joy is your birthright. Is your birthright. My father took me on my first date when I was 12 years old. My daddy took me on a date, treated me like a queen. And at the end of the date, right as he was opening the door for me, he closed the door a little bit and he said, Lisa? I looked up and said, yes, Daddy. He said, I took you on your first date so you can see how you get to be treated. He said, now you know, but how you choose to be treated will be on you. Yes, yes? So I just stopped by so you can remember what you get to experience in life. What you choose to experience in life, that's on you. Yes, yes? Yes, yes? So I want you to repeat after me. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. Today is the first day of the best part of my life. I am a unique, unrepeatable miracle. And my past does not equal my future. My past is a setup for the best future possible. I am, put your hand in the air, I am the designer of my destiny. I am, hold a pen in your hand, squeeze your finger like this. I am the author of my own autobiography. And I'm about to write the best story ever. Soon to come. Turn to your neighbor, high five your neighbor. High five your neighbor. Speak it, and it is so. Speak it, and it is so. In closing, yes, yes? Yes, yes? The reason why I asked you to say that, because just like 2 days ago when I told my brother, I said, I'll see you in South Africa with no passport in hand, and I knew I'd see him before it was time for me to get on this stage. I had no idea the how. I just knew the what. Same like 2 days ago, 23 years ago, as I sat in South Central Los Angeles, living between the Harlem Crit 30s and the Rolling 60s. Those are not cheerleading squads. Those are two gangs. As I struggled with depression. As I was over 210 pounds heavy. As I fought to get out of an abusive relationship. Come on, y'all, you know. As I looked in the mirror And I never saw a beautiful woman looking back at me. I was too dark, or I was too thick, or my hair was too kinky. Whatever it was, I was that woman. But at some point, I sat down and said, wait a minute, who can I become? What's possible? If I just listened to God, and I believed I could see who God sees when God sees me, and I can stop keeping score, who can I become? And so I just stopped by. I stopped by to ask you a simple question. Who are you willing to become? Because who you're becoming is someone else's oxygen. Who you're becoming is someone else's water. Had he not had that moment in the shower, you wouldn't be here with me. So who you're becoming doesn't belong all to you, somebody. Who you're becoming belongs to the people that are going to cross your path, who need to see you, that woman, that man over there. They need to see you be them. Because when you are, you give them hope again. When you believe in possibility, I can borrow a little bit of your oxygen. When you have unwavering faith, I can see some of my brightness. When you let your light shine and you walk past me and your illumination is so bright, your brightness illuminates someone else's darkness for a mere moment. And in that moment when you're walking past me with your light shining brightly because you refuse to shrink, you refuse to live in your past, and so your light shining brightly and it illuminates over and it touches me. And in that moment, I'm sitting in my dark corner and I could see my own hand. I can see my own genius. I can see my own possibility. And as you pass, I hold on to a bit of your light until I can find my own. So I love you. You are my sisters. You are my brothers. And I would have done that journey 100 times over to come be with you. Trust me. Trust me. It was worth every mile because I needed someone to remind me. I needed someone to allow me to borrow their lenses. And I looked through their lenses of who I could be. Consider today you saw you through my lenses of how I see you. And trust this. When this day is over and when you feel like a little bit of your joy wanes, borrow Moosie's joy because he came in with enough for all of you. When a bit of your faith wanes, borrow the faith that my brother Michael Beckwith has in you because he has enough to share with you until you get your own back. When your determination wanes, borrow my sister, my brother Pearson's, borrow their determination because they are the get-up king and queen of all times with determination. So don't think you don't have enough. You just got to lean over and grab your sister and your brother's belief in you. Some days you got to see yourself the way I see you because you're not seeing you the way you really are. Your vision is distorted. And on those days, get somebody with 20/20 for you and borrow their vision of you. Because for many years, I borrowed somebody else's vision of leadership until I can see that woman over there and she wasn't so far away. All of a sudden, she was me. I love you too, brother. So I'm honored to be with you. I'm honored to love you. I'm honored to celebrate you. We will meet again. Every single time you need to affirm yourself. Say yes, yes. Say yes, yes. Say yes, yes. Every time you need to remind yourself the first yes is for what you know you can do, but the second yes is for what God knows you can do. Say yes, yes.